Greetings, Irish Nation and Irish haters. The recruiting is over. Commitments have been made. Transfers decided. Practices are in motion. Games are slated. Bowl games now have known participants with a national champion still uncrowned. But to play like a champion, you need to talk like a champion. Welcome back, Irish Nation. Glad you guys could join us here for another edition of Talk Like a Champion. I am, of course, Mr. CeeLo here, talking all things about the Fighting Irish, including our victory over the Oregon State Beavers. Yeah, I can see a lot of us. It was a great turnout. It was really great. We had over 230 yards rushing, you guys, to their 2. Well, but there's a lot of things that go into that. You know, they were playing with, I recall, their third quarterback, and their star quarterback, DJ Uyunglele, opted out, and I think he's still looking for a destination, which many are believing that's going to be FSU. It was a good win, Irish Nation. I'm happy with it, but at the same time, I'm not getting overjoyed like so many SEC schools are.
Bruh.
This is not a huge deal to me because I'm looking at this and I'm saying we didn't get Oregon State's best shot. And I know what people are going to say, well, you know, Mr. CeeLo, let's look at it like this. You have to look at it from the standpoint of we didn't have our best weapons. No, that's not what you do, Irish Nation. What we have to do is we have to look at it from the standpoint of we are a program not only on the rise, but we are a program that is trying to get to a certain level. And we can't get to that certain level if our seconds and our thirds can't handle adversity. The reality of it is, ladies and gentlemen, we have to be able to make up certain things when adversity hits. We have to have the same level of talent and in depth. That is what is so awesome. And what's really amazing when you start looking at the aspect of growing as a national powerhouse, that's what we have to be able to do. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, okay, this is awesome. We're getting there. We're getting there, Irish Nation. But on the next point, guys, yes, this victory is well endowed. I will say that. But the reality of it is, guys, we need to celebrate this one. Look at the film because there were points we left on the board. Now, I'm just going to keep it real. We did get a safety. But probably the one thing I did walk away from this one is looking at where Steve Angeli was so darn good. Get it? He's a second string quarterback. But I look at how good he was. Impressive. 232, 3 scores. Jadarian Price is showing that the backfield is going to be ready. They're going to be in a good position. He had 13 carries, 106 yards, and a score. Then you had Jeremiah Love, who had 15 carries, 39 yards, but he had an acrobatic touchdown run of 13 yards inside the red zone. Jaden Greyhouse was a guy that did not get much done in this game. I look at that as good. And I know a lot of people are going to say, what? No. Yes. Jaden Greyhouse is going to be a star. I was hoping that was going to be Tobias Merriweather. But we still have Deion Colsey and Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas has not opted out yet. This is a guy that if he comes back next year, this could be a 1-2 punch for the ages. Jaden Greyhouse, Jaden Thomas, Jordan Faison. This guy was tremendous. 5 receptions, 115 yards, and a touchdown. He was very good. He was very good. Very, very good. We all we can do is look at this guy and just think, how good can he be? How good can this guy possibly be? And what's really awesome is looking at this and thinking to ourselves, what it could be. What it could be. And honestly, you guys, this is going to be a team. If we can get back half of these guys, which we've already heard, we're going to get a couple of these guys coming back. This is going to be telling. But Telly's already said he's coming back. And, oh my goodness, this is going to be something huge. Defensively, it was a great effort all up and down the place. Watts had a sack. Bertelli had a sack. Kaiser had a half a sack. Howard Cross had a sack, who's also coming back. Javante Jean-Baptiste, who's going to the NFL. But he's also played in this game, which is anybody that passes on this guy, yeah, he's going to be a good player. He's not going to be an elite, but he's going to be a good player. And yeah, I just looked at it. Oregon couldn't get much done offensively, and it was a nightmare for them. Having their best players not play. Not all of them. I think it was like 5 guys maybe, but Angeli was the one that got me. And Kenny Minchie had some snaps where he was just handing off to running backs, whether it was Devin Ford or Jabron Payne. But I see this as a step in the huge direction of next year. I don't even think Riley Leonard's a shoe-in to get this job. I don't. And Angeli also showed he can run the football in spurts too. He had 8 carries for 27 yards. That's taking away the sacks that he had. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm happy with what I saw, but I'm not overstepping what Oregon State had. This was a team that, I said they lost their, DJ Uyunglele and a wide receiver, if I'm not mistaken. And we have to have an even keel, keep an even keel about this, and then look at what we're bringing here. You've got C.J. Carr coming in, and like we said, we still got Kenny Minchie as well as Steve Angeli here. I wouldn't rule out the fact that Angeli beats out Riley Leonard, because he looked good throwing the football yesterday. I'm not sold on Riley Leonard because unless Leonard has some crazy, outlandish things next season, I don't see him throwing the football as effectively as Angeli did. But, yeah, guys, looking at this, the way we were throwing the ball down the field with Angeli and able to push the pocket with the offensive line we had, this could be it. I said at the beginning of the season, I thought we had a national contender, and we did. It's a very good football team. But as I said before, we got that running back room coming back. We've got a couple of guys coming in, the Clemson wide receiver and the Central Florida wide receiver. This is gonna be a serious football team next year, you guys. A serious football team. But I didn't want to go too deep into this, you guys, because as I said, we don't want to look too much on it. Gary Danielson said that you could tell the difference between a team that is ready to be center stage and a team that's still trying to get there. And Oregon State did lose their head coach to Michigan State, so that was a huge blow. So there was a lot of things that were tick-tocking around that were going against the Beavers. Beavers came out, they played hard, but we looked like we had the better horses in the stable, and ultimately Notre Dame proved that they were the better team, and we had the deepest depth. Now, the thing we need to focus on is keeping these players. Coach Freeman, we got to keep these guys out of the portal. Somehow we have to let these guys know this is where you want to stay. Lorenzo Styles went to Ohio State, and I'm going to tell you, he's a hitter. But I guarantee you he wishes he could have stayed here instead. Not saying that he didn't have a great season, he did, but ultimately he had a good season there, excuse me. Tobias Merriweather, we wish you the best, brother. I'm hate to see Holden Stays go, and it's really, gut-wrenching to see it. A lot of these guys that, have been so good for us all season, transferring. It's painful. Guys like Rico Flores, Braylon James. It's painful because these guys are great players. But guys, happy with the win, and we just got to come back and see what we got. I don't know what Mitchell Evans is going to do. He could possibly come back next year. But like I said, Holden Stays not happy about him transferring. Eli Raridan had a great game yesterday. Seeing what this guy is going to be capable of, the 6'6" big guy. I can't wait to see him. I really can't. Can't wait to see him. Because he's going to be a beast. 6'6", 249. Can't wait to see him. But guys, let me know what you think about our victory, our finale for 2023, and go to the Facebook page and let us know who you think Notre Dame's offensive MVP is, as well as our defensive MVP for the season is, and let us know, guys. I'm not gonna put a post up. Well, I might put a post up about this, but guys, let us know what you think we need to do in the offseason. Now, I know we got our offensive coordinator that we had couple of years ago. A lot of people were excited about that. But we still need to remember one thing. We can run the ball well. We got to figure out how to throw the football. Which I hope this is a prelude of things to come, because we look pretty damn good throwing the ball here. I hope this is a prelude of things to come. But till the next time, you guys, may the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palms of his hand.